The AI model Showdown. If you've spent any time around AI recently, you've probably heard three names come up over and over again: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. Each one claims to be powerful. Each one has millions of users. And depending on who you ask, one of them is supposedly the best. But what does that actually mean? Best at what? Writing, coding, research, reasoning. The answer is a little more nuanced than a simple winner. So today we're going to compare ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. What they do well, where they struggle, and which one actually makes the most sense depending on how you use AI. Chapter 1: The three major AI players. Let's start with the basics. ChatGPT is developed by OpenAI. Claude is developed by Anthropic. Gemini is developed by Google. All three are large language models. That means they generate responses by predicting text based on patterns learned during training. But the companies behind them have slightly different priorities. OpenAI focuses heavily on general capability and tool integration. Anthropic focuses strongly on safety and long-context reasoning. Google focuses on integration with search and its existing ecosystem. So while they do similar things, they evolved in slightly different directions. Chapter 2: Writing and General Conversation. For everyday writing tasks, all three models are quite capable. You can ask them to write emails, summarize documents, explain complex topics, or brainstorm ideas. ChatGPT tends to produce structured and well-formatted responses. Claude is often praised for writing that feels natural and thoughtful. Gemini is strong at quick factual responses and explanations tied to web information. In casual writing tests, Claude often produces very smooth prose. ChatGPT tends to balance clarity and structure. Gemini sometimes focuses more on direct answers than narrative flow. So if your goal is writing assistance, all three work well, but they have slightly different styles. Chapter 3: Reasoning and Problem Solving. When it comes to reasoning, things get more interesting. Reasoning includes things like solving multi-step problems, analyzing arguments, or breaking down complicated instructions. ChatGPT models tend to perform strongly in structured reasoning tasks. Claude is known for handling very long documents and maintaining context across large amounts of text. Gemini performs well when reasoning involves real-world information connected to search results. For example, if you give a model a long research report and ask for analysis, Claude often performs very well because it can handle large inputs. If you give a structured logic problem, ChatGPT often handles the step-by-step explanation clearly. Each one has strengths depending on the task. Chapter 4: Coding Assistance. Coding is one of the areas where AI models are used heavily. Developers often rely on AI to suggest code, explain bugs, or help design functions. ChatGPT has a strong reputation for coding help, especially when paired with development tools. It tends to produce well-structured explanations alongside code suggestions. Claude is also capable in coding tasks and often provides detailed reasoning about how the code works. Gemini integrates well with Google's development ecosystem and can assist with programming tasks within those environments. In practice, developers often test more than one model when solving complex problems. The answers can vary, and sometimes the second opinion is useful. Chapter 5: Context length and long documents. One technical difference between these models is how much information they can process at once. This is called the context window. Claude is known for handling very large documents. You can upload long reports, books, or extensive notes and ask for analysis. ChatGPT also supports large context windows in newer versions and performs well with long conversations and files. Gemini can process significant amounts of information as well, especially when combined with Google's data tools. For tasks like summarizing long research papers or reviewing large documents, context length becomes very important. The more text the model can handle at once, the more complete its analysis can be. Chapter 6: Integration and Ecosystems. Another important factor is how these models connect to other tools. ChatGPT integrates with various productivity tools, coding environments, and applications. Claude is often used through platforms that emphasize document analysis and structured writing tasks. Gemini benefits from integration across Google products such as Docs, Gmail, and search services. For many users, the ecosystem matters just as much as the model itself. If a model connects easily to the tools you already use, it becomes much more useful in daily workflows. Chapter 7: Accuracy and Reliability. All AI models sometimes produce incorrect information. This happens because they generate responses based on patterns rather than verifying facts directly. ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini all experience this to some degree. Some responses are highly accurate. Others require verification. The key point is that these models are assistants, not final authorities. They can accelerate research and writing, but human review is still important. That applies to every model in the comparison. Chapter 8: So who actually wins? If you're hoping for a clear winner, the honest answer is that it depends on how you use AI. ChatGPT is widely used because it performs well across many tasks and integrates with numerous tools. Claude is often preferred for long documents and thoughtful written responses. Gemini is particularly strong when integrated with Google's ecosystem and real-time information sources. So the winner is less about raw capability and more about which one fits your workflow. Different users often prefer different tools. And many people use more than one depending on the task. In summary, ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini are three leading AI assistants built on large language models. All three can help with writing, coding, research, and problem-solving. ChatGPT is known for balanced performance and tool integration. Claude is strong with long context and natural writing. Gemini benefits from deep integration with Google's services. There isn't a universal winner across every task. Instead, each model excels in slightly different situations. The important takeaway is that AI assistants are improving quickly, and having multiple strong options is good for users. As AI continues evolving, comparisons between models will keep changing. What matters most is understanding what each tool does well and choosing the one that fits your needs. In many cases, the smartest approach is simply using the right tool for the right task. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.